Welcome back to the Northstars Show. It's episode 5 of season 7. I'm your host, Bruce Krentz. Happy to be here along with Reid. We'll get to him in just a second. Going to talk about what just happened here. And first, I want to do a shout out to one of our Shaw family and the Northstar family. Tom O'Brien this past weekend was honored with the Order of Thompson at a big ceremony by the Thompson Community Foundation. One of my role models, excellent guy. His sort of motto in life and as a Rotarian is service above self. And he is absolutely an example of service above self. Pillar of our community, running an unbelievable business, and the voice of the Northstars for 19 years. He's been doing broadcasts along with Bruce Cameron. So congratulations to Tom O'Brien on the Order of Canada, one of our Northstar and Shaw family. Congratulations to him. What have I got on under the coat? What is this? Manitoba Cup. Our team went down. Kings went down, came second in Div 4, did way better than we thought we would. Just want to shout out to Hockey Manitoba, do a great job. Once a year, the adults get to go down and pretend they're kids for a while. It's just tournament time, having a great time. So once you guys get out of being Northstars, you're going to want to look into jumping in on this Manitoba Cup.
Flin Flon that won Div 6 last year.
The Hoopers?
No, the Nordiques.
The Nordiques were from Flin Flon?
Yeah.
Really? Who was on there?
Donovan Smith. I don't know.
A couple other ankle benders?
A couple other guys.
Yeah, nice. Good for them. We were in Div 4 last year and 5 a few years ago. It's a fun tournament, so I encourage people to get down there. That's what I've got on under the coat. Mitchell's with me here now. We had a couple games down at the rink this past weekend. Didn't win. Got a couple goals. You got one of them. So tell us, what just happened here? Friday night, 7:30 start?
Well, we lost 7-1 on Friday. I can't say I've ever lost 7-1 and outshot the opponent. So, yeah. I don't know, that was pretty weird. But I don't know, just off the bat, just had a terrible start. The boys weren't moving. We were a little sore from the day before, I guess. I don't know. Going pretty hard in Dryland, I guess. I don't know. But we came out flat-footed, and they scored like 2 goals in the first minute. But then to the first, it was 5-0, and dug ourselves a hole we couldn't fill in, I guess.
There was no turning back. Melstead got the hook. Kiwi jumped in and didn't look too bad. 0 for 14, I think you guys were on the PPA.
Yeah, I guess that's not our strong suit.
We'll keep working on that. Saturday was a little bit better. What happened on Saturday?
Well, Saturday, it was we kind of the same thing. We scored 2 goals in the first minute, but then it was 3-0 after the first, and then going into after the second, it was 5-0. And then the third, we came back and got 2 quick ones. I scored, or Albert got his first of the year, and then I scored after that. It's nice to score on Jeremy, old goalie from the Northstars, but I don't know. After that, it's 5-2. We kind of thought, keep it 5-2, show a little bit of character coming back, make it, reasonable for us, I guess. But after that, they just scored 3 again and 8-2 again, lost by 6. So
that was the story. Like we've seen most of the year, I think there was times when you guys were playing great, keeping right up with them, but those little lapses, that's when we got stung.
Yeah, we seem to be doing that the past couple games, but hopefully we can get rid of that pretty quick here.
Get on the road and get some consistency, a little team bonding maybe in the bus and in the hotel, and we'll get this thing all figured out.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a lot of that.
Thanks for telling us what just happened here. Reid. Also on the show today, we've got Lance Bobesko and Hunter Rambow doing a 2-on-1. We're going to take a little look at the Gordon Beard Arena in Minor Hockey Moment. There's been some changes in there, and so going to highlight that a little bit. And stay tuned for my interview with Coach Cody Genaille, coming right up. Back now with Coach Cody Genaille. Cody, I got a chance to parachute in on a few minutes of the Chalk Talk just before we started to do this interview. Nice to see the guys. They were engaged in what you had to say. What were you telling them?
Basically, defense 101. That's one thing that we have to be working on. I know we do it most 50% of the time. 50 minutes of a game, but it's that 10 minutes that kills us, and you look at the score at the end of the game, and nobody wants to hear that, oh yeah, we played 50 great minutes, but we lost the game. So.
Yeah, it was coming down to a little bit of back checking, picking up your guy, but really it's consistency, and it seems like that's what's whammied the team all year long.
Oh, for sure, and we knew this coming in, that we were going to have a bit of growing pains, having a young team, 14 new guys this year, so we kind of anticipated that, but basically it's just making these guys believe, because we know we could skate with these teams. It's just putting that goals up. I think we have 11 goals for, which I'm not happy about, but we got to start scoring some goals. No one's going to respect us unless we start putting that puck in the net. We can have how many shots a game, we can keep up with shots, but we got to keep those pucks out of our net.
Yeah, it's hard to win a whole bunch of games 1-0 in this league. Blues and Golds, let's start with the Blues. What else you got other than a little bit of lack of consistency?
Blues, I'd say, I got to go back to our defensive play. We have a great cycle, but once it's tilted the other way, it seems like it's hard skating up ice, uphill, right? But that's where these guys have to just basically bite down and get used to playing our defensive game. So, but having young guys, it's just keep reminding these guys to keep doing it, right? Because they're going to forget. But it's our job to keep pounding it in there. I know we're going to have some lopsided scores, but hopefully it'll go the other way in the next few games.
And that's a bit of what the chalk talk was about. When you say we got to be better defensively, you're not picking on the D-men. You're saying the whole team's good. It's a 5-man effort, 6-man effort with the Tendy.
Oh, for sure. Our forwards are one to blame. I'm a forward coach, so I've been pretty hard on them. But we have to keep that high guy. It's a big thing. I know a lot of guys don't want to, but it's you do your role on a team, and you'll be successful at the end of the game, right?
Yeah. For sure. Let's get out of that. My shoulders are starting to droop. I'm feeling sad from all the Blues. What do you got for Golds?
Golds, I got to say, Mitch Reid potted a goal and an assist this weekend. He's still producing for us. I think he has 5.7 games or 6.7 games, I believe. So he's almost a point a game, which we have to keep him on par with that, right? I told him I want 1.5. He looked at me with wide eyes, but I don't think that's not impossible. I think it's just putting the puck in the net. He gets a lot of chances, right? So, and a lot of our forwards are getting chances. We're just not putting the puck in the net, and that's biting down. I don't know if they're holding their sticks too tight, but they just got to loosen up and just put the puck in the net. It's pretty easy, but it's pretty easy for me to say.
It's easy to say when we're sitting right here. Absolutely,
Yeah.
It's a little tougher when you're out on the ice.
Yeah, but it's just they got to keep putting in the work. They can't fall backwards, right? You got to keep moving forwards, and that's one thing that we do tell them is you don't fall backwards, you fall forwards.
1.5 points and 1.5 toe drags per game. That's what we're looking for.
I told him he could have 2 toe drags a game. That's all I told him. Max.
That's pretty good. So you're heading out on a road trip this weekend. It's going to be a bit of a long one. You got Central, over to Brandon, and then back up through Parkland. That's a long trip.
Well, at least we're in Portage. It's a showcase weekend, so we're not going to be moving too far. But it's going to be a great weekend. I believe. I know it's a nice rink to play in. A lot of these guys, it's going to be sometime first time playing in front of scouts, whatnot, right? So that's going to be a big thing for them, and I hope they're ready. Look good, play good.
Yeah, there's nothing more about it. Last thing, big message for them this week. I know, like you said, we got to score some more goals. What else are you going to be telling them before they head out on the ice?
We got to start believing in our system and ourselves. We got to start winning games, and I know that's biting them in the rear end, but let's be honest, we can't sit back and have another losing season. We have to start winning games, and these guys have to start believing that. We can't fall into mediocrity and sit back and allow it to happen. We have to do something about it, change something we do, right? I told the guys insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So we got to change things up and got to start looking for those W's, right?
Awesome. Great message, Coach. Best of luck on the weekend. Joining me, Coach Cody Genaille. This is a minor hockey moment, time of the show when we explore all different aspects of minor hockey, from the coaches and volunteers to all the different little aspects. The Gordon Beard Arena, we're here with Corey Sparks. Gordon Beard Arena is, half of our lives as hockey parents and hockey players. It's a big part of the facility. It's got a few upgrades over the summer that are going to help us out with the Manitoba games and just facility in general. So We've got the logos on the ice. You see that Manitoba Games put those logos here. They put some on the curling rink and on the CA as well. And Manitoba Games also paid for these bleachers. And cool little feature with the bleachers.
That's it.
Let's do it. They move in and out, and I know one of the concerns with the bleachers before was the pitch of the bleachers, and just there wasn't a lot of space in here. Now we've got this option to make a little bit more room, especially for trade shows and things like that, but also if we want to put more people in here, just a little bit more versatility, right? So pretty neat legacy from the games that we dropped those in here, and I know as a parent who hung out here, I was ready for new bleachers.
For sure.
Yeah, it was time.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. So pretty nice little legacy from the games, nice bonus for new parents. The other, I'm not going to say bigger upgrade, but the lights in here are just absolutely unbelievable now. It's so bright, it feels like an NHL rink. You can actually see what's going on. So phenomenal little upgrade. We got the lights, we got the logos on the ice, and we got, bring them out again. And we've got movable bleachers right here in the Gordon Beard Arena. Thanks, Corey. This has been a minor hockey moment. 2-on-1 with Lance Bobesko, Hunter Rambow. Lance, first year on the team, and you got on the score sheet this past weekend, picked up an assist. Do you remember that goal, and can you talk us through it?
Well, I just got off to the bench, so I just seen the player Henry score, and then I just got off, and it was good. Yeah, it was good.
So you threw it up to Henry?
Yeah, I passed it to Jerome, and then he passed it to Henry, and then he scored, and I just got off, so I didn't really,
Didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
A beautiful classic second apples, second only to you just going over to the ref and giving him your number and not having done anything at all. Kind of. First year with the team, how are you feeling so far? Do you feel like you're settling in? Are you comfortable out there?
Yeah, I'm comfortable. They brought me in, and it was good. Everyone treated me with respect and all that, and then, it's just been tough with the other teams, and it's been good.
Yeah, you guys have had your hands full for sure this part of the season, but hopefully it'll start to turn around. Rambow, you got an interesting situation going on at home right now. You and your dad have, who else staying with you?
I got Brandon Hill, Mitchell Reid, and Chase Muswagon.
And how's that going? Does it feel like the family atmosphere you had in the PA or more like college flophouse?
Oh yes, for sure. I've known these guys for a long time, so it's not very different.
Pretty neat to have them here. I mean, it's a pretty neat opportunity. I don't know if people at home know, but your dad is a judge now, and he's working out of Thompson, so he's kind of living here. But your mom and sister, I think, are back in the PA, so you guys are bouncing back and forth, and it worked out, I think, great, because now he's got you here, and a few people at home, never a dull moment, I'm guessing. How long does it take you guys to get up and out the door in the morning?
Well, Brandon and Chase don't have school first thing in the morning, but usually it takes me an hour, Mitchell 10 minutes.
A little different than your dad. He's just bailing on you guys. You're on your own. I like it. It's 2-on-1. It's not an episode of Cribs, although that would have been pretty cool. Maybe we'll do that some other time. It's 2-on-1, two of us ganging up on Lance. He's never been in the hot seat before, so don't take it easy on him. Okay. We're going to give it to you hard. First one, I'm going to ask you, pretty soft one, I'd say. Favorite player in the NHL?
Patrick Laine.
You know what's amazing? Well, what do you like about Patrick Laine?
He's an overall good player, lead goal scorer, one of them. Well, sort of. I don't know. But, he's a good player.
He's awesome. It's amazing to me. So many people pick him as their favorite player, and he's hardly been in the league very long at all. He's making a giant impact. Hunter, what you got?
Road trips or home games?
Home games.
What's your favorite sport aside from hockey?
Track and field. Mostly track, though.
And what do you do track and field? What do you run? What's your event?
Probably 200 meters or 400 meters.
All right.
Your favorite food, before the game, pre-game food?
Probably something light, like a banana and some fruit, basic stuff.
No steak dinner?
Nah, just something light.
Not gonna happen. We should have coordinated ahead of time. My question was close to that, but I'm still gonna ask it. What's your least favorite food? What's something you don't like to eat?
Brussels sprouts, like that stuff. It's just nasty. Okay. Yeah.
Where are you at on liver?
Oh.
Where are you at on liver?
It's good. Good. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's the one thing that I can't stand to eat. I hate that stuff.
Your all-time favorite stick?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Well, right now I'm using a shearwood, so I'd say shearwood.
Have you ever seen a ghost?
Nah.
Nothing even close?
No, probably nah, not at all, no.
Sounded like your assist this weekend was a bit of a ghost.
Thoughts on the your thoughts on the defense coach?
Wait, what was the question again?
Thoughts on defense coach?
Good overall guy. A little bit intimidating, but good guy, overall guy.
You're getting there. I got one more for you. Don't say anything that'll sewer yourself. This is on YouTube and Shaw TV. Last one, black tape or white?
Black.
And your favorite vet?
My favorite
Ooh,
vet.
I like that one. Still could get you in trouble, but
yeah.
answer honestly.
I would have to say Melstead. Melstead, yeah.
Your hair's starting to get to be like his, so I like your hair. Yeah. It's looking pretty good, pretty fly. Lance Bobesko, Hunter Rambow, it's 2-on-1. Put a bow on that one, it's episode 5 of season 7 of the Northstars Show. I want to thank a couple of my guests, Lance Bobesko and Hunter Rambow. Great 2-on-1 with the two of them. We had Reid talking about his goal in a not super successful weekend that they had. He's on good pace, and Coach Cody Genaille talked about that a little bit. He's playing well, but they expect big things out of him too, a first-year 17-year-old. The guys are down for a showcase in Portage this weekend, got 3 big games there. We've got to start getting some wins on the board if we're going to have a winning season this year. I want to thank Paul Anderson on the other side of the camera. Instant Kings of Leon fan, was down for the concert now, and he'll be buying all their music on iTunes in no time at all. I think that's about it. Watch for us on YouTube. Check us out on Shaw and Thompson and Flin Flon. We're there, and we'd like to see you back here next week for the Northstars Show.